Breakfast Television. Dov Baron, the author we mentioned right before the break. The book is called Fiercely Loyal. Some great tips when it comes to building your culture. You are a leadership and culture expert. Inc. Magazine's one of the top 100 leadership speakers. All kinds of tips. Let's talk about the reality of retention for companies. What are we seeing with companies and the millennials?
Well, the two biggest challenges that companies are facing right now, of course, is one, engagement. 70% of people who work are not engaged. And 91% of millennials are thinking about leaving a job. Even now, while you think that they're your people, they're already thinking about leaving. So this is a huge, huge problem. We've got to keep our people, we've got to keep our top talent.
Employee loyalty is shifting. If you look at the landscape of companies you have worked with, who is doing it right and what are they doing so well?
Well, I think the example we were just talking about while we were off camera was Lululemon is a great local example because Chip was a master at building culture.
Chip Wilson, yeah.
Chip Wilson did a great job of building culture and his people are fiercely loyal to him. And that's what we need. We need to actually make our top talent fiercely loyal to us. Business has to make profit, but it has to be about something more than profit. And people will only go to work for money for so much. As Dan Pink talked about in his book, there's a mark, and it's about $70,000. And we saw Dan Prince from Gravity announce that he was giving everybody in his company a pay rise of $70,000. Why? Because that's when money stops being a problem and people become loyal.
In your book, you talk about the three aspects employees should have: the mastery, the autonomy, and the purpose. What is the #1 priority for an organization if they say we want to make culture and loyalty of utmost importance? Where do you start for companies?
Well, I want to give you 3 tips. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So to help. First of all, vulnerability is a strength. It's not a weakness. Those of us who are over 25, like myself, just a smidge,
yeah,
maybe you.
Slightly over, yeah.
We were trained that vulnerability was a weakness, but vulnerability is actually your greatest strength, and leaders have to go first in this, because think about who you trust in your life. You trust the people who know stuff about you, and they trust you. There's that revealing bonds people to us. That's #1.
How do you draw the line with vulnerability when people say, okay, that the boss-employee relationship where, you know what, you want to establish authority and friendship, but, you know, sometimes there can be a gray area there.
And I get that question all the time. And there is a gray area, and the gray area is this. It's not about whining and moaning and complaining. It's about vulnerability. Vulnerability comes with accountability. So if I'm going to reveal something to you, I also have to reveal what I'm going to be doing about it, rather than just moaning, whining, and complaining. So that's first of all. Vulnerability is strength.
Okay.
Second of all is having what we call a full Monty story. Remember the movie Full Monty?
Yeah.
Remember that was about all those guys taking off their gear? Some of them we should never have taken off.
We're going to bear all in these stories.
Exactly. So that's what the story does. It reveals, because we tend to have these great success stories and we talk about how wonderful and marvelous we are, but we need to reveal the journey. That's what pulls people to us. We're very attracted to that. We're bonded to this struggle. And when we understand how to deliver that story in a way that impassions people, gets them emotionally involved, that's what works. That's #2. And the third tip, of course, is purpose, the very thing we were just talking about. 87% of the Fortune 500 companies that existed in 1955, now think about that. Those are companies that you would think of as absolutely rock solid, were gone by 2011. Where did they go? Well, think about who's left. Why are they left? That 23%, those were companies that were purpose-driven. They were driven by purpose. So we have to have purpose-driven organizations to bond our top talented people to us. Unfortunately, people don't know how to do that, and it is this bond that really makes the difference. And unfortunately, most companies think that people are loyal to them, and then they cry because everybody's leaving, because they don't understand how to create that bond.
And you know, you get more into the book about the great debate of purpose versus profit. So Fiercely Loyal is the name of it. Dov Baron, thanks for coming by.
My great pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Great insight and a great way to jumpstart the conversation about culture in your organization.